Keon going up against Team Flash. As you can see it here, Victor, we are loading, we are getting ready, and I can't wait to see how game number 1 is going to go. RRQ on blue and Team Flash on red.
You can already see the healers and the fire getting very up close and personal up there in the river. There's Zayu trying to keep the distance here from healers, actually trying to force him into healers' path there to try to force them back a little bit. And you know that especially at this early in this skirmish meta that we have going on here, those early game fights so important. You want to be able to maintain advantage during this laning phase here. You don't want to necessarily start those fights you know you cannot finish up.
All right, hide and shy now. Going to be looking to exchange with them. Shy comes in very aggressively, being able to light in a few hits in between, hitting that passive on top of that. But look at that, Hyde now getting more out of it, and it seems that the sustainability from Hyde is going to be a bit of a problem for Shy, at least in the early stages of the game. Zissou could actually come up later on, but early we do see quite a bit of fights.
Yeah, Helios getting a lot of damage from thanks to the Wukong in the middle there. And again, the Wukong is already trying to extend that pressure into the mid lane already. So it's going to be up to the Morgana here to try to keep himself in check here. Make sure that he stays within range there to try to help out, because I think Helios is going to need a little bit more support. Though he's doing enough damage on the Coyote there to ensure that there's some balance somewhat here. But looking here at the Dragon lane, the Viper Exorcist still trying to keep themselves very pushed far forward here. Helios now able to back off a little bit, but Wukong, he's going to be reverting back to the Rift there. Looks like, oh no, he had cancelled it at the last moment here. Looks like they might try to set up for a gank here, but they need to be able to force that Helio outside of his comfort zone. He tried to open the door there. Coyote getting a little bit low, and unfortunately, Helios picks up the kill before the follow-up could come true. Zaitu comes in, does get the trade, but I think that still worked out a lot better for Helios than it certainly did initially.
Oh my goodness, Hyde there. Just, I mean, a black health bar. That's very much dangerous here. Even a tickle of wind is going to take him down. I don't think it's going to be wise. What were you doing, Hyde?
Oh, he should have reverted. He should have recalled back. Like, I don't know why he decided to stick out for a little bit. Maybe he thought he could get a couple extra goal. Now it's empty. He's going to get aimed on here. As RRQ are attempting to try to get some good trades here. They will get a trade onto one. Can he get a second one, though? But then, unfortunately, here comes Zayu coming in for the save here. Does help them at least keep them apart, but they still managed to get the kill anyway. They still got a kill onto him as well. Vi with the killing spree. That's certainly going to go work wonders here. Very fast and very much looking for the next kill. Jumps in there. Oh, why would he cut off at a wrong moment here?
Oh my goodness.
Oh, there's already kills coming through here, but Vi is unfortunately taking a lot of damage there. Zayu still going to be able to keep alive there, at least put a slap on the enemy until she gets inevitably taken down here. RRQ now coming in to try to see if they can scrap up even more kills here. Could have almost caught out Shy. Empty looked like he was out on alert here, but it had no CC, there's no slows whatsoever to use, and Team Flash looks like they will be able to pull back to the turret now, and it should be able to recall safely.
Let's talk a little bit about CC choices here for RRQ. They only have quite a bit of really reliable CC here with Chaz as well as Exocet. I do think that Hyde does have quite a bit of CC as well with the stun that comes from the parry, but I do think that a lot of it really revolves around the fact that they have to aim, they have to hit those snares, whereas for Team Flash, they have a lockdown with Zissou. They have Coyote to be able to come in with the Nimbus Strike. Shy will be able to come in with Broken Wings as well. They immediately get Ocean Drake here, and I think that this is starting to be quite an advantage that's working out wonders for Team Flash here. RRQ biting at the heels slowly, but aren't able to convert that biting into advantages here, Victor.
And that advantage is pretty much... Oh! I was going to say that, but unfortunately RRQ just got picked off there. Really hard Viper. Fortunately, out for 60 seconds now. Helios trying to get a revenge here. Like, give me a kill on this side. He will be able to take out the Vi and hopefully be able to mitigate that damage. But, you know, RRQ, the longest time now, they haven't been able to get any initiative at all during this game. I mean, the advantage... I mean, Team Ev has been playing...
Next trick that's coming up because Herald was already taken up by RRQ.
Yeah, I mean, taking out the mid turret has certainly allowed them to open up here. The Dragon lane, and now with the three-man gang, they're going to try to surround Shy. Magic get the catch onto Empty now, keeping him right under the turret there. The shielding does come up, so he's still stay alive. They do take down one, though. Now that we will take down the second here, it's Empty. Gets completely emptied out of its HP, and that was 2 kills now for RRQ. Slowly but surely trying to claw their way back, but still not enough to take over Team Flash.
Team Flash now, they're not playing it split, but they're balancing out the pressure really well. They lost out quite a bit in Baron, in Dragon Lane, and I do feel that immediately they're able to tilt over to his mid side, try to get back that turret over to top side, give a lot of pressure as well, so they won't lose out on the pressure that comes in the top lane. Exocet!
Oh, I mean, if it was just a 1v1, I think Ellie could have just still got it anyway. But then, unfortunately, that's the problem when you're in a 1v1. You're never actually a 1v1 when it comes to mobile games like this, because you gotta watch out for the others, man.
Yeah, definitely, for sure. We do see that for RRQ right now, they are doing a few things right. They did coordinate a really
whatever
good turret
opportunities they
that
have in front of them, right, to just get straight kills. But it's really the big fight that they really need to try to work on here. And now the opening is going to be starting off. RRQ still have 4 people. Now they have 5 with Helios joining in the fight here. But neither side are really getting in the jump until just now when Team Flash tries to overrun them completely on the river right now, tanking a lot of damage to Coyote. And unfortunately, he's going to be the first one to fall. Wukong is already down, but already the rest of his team are following up. They already got Chaz, they already got Exocet. Now they're trying to chase on Hyde. Magic get a little bit of a slow, but still he's able to push himself just away, just out of reach of Ellie. But she still brings in the chase. She still wants to get this kill on Hyde here, and Hyde's going to get surrounded and forcing his rest of his team to try to come in. But unfortunately, they will have to break it off now as their health is a little bit too low to go on for a sustained fight.
2 for 2 here for Team Flash as well as RRQ, both of them throwing out their punches with a slight little advantage towards Team Flash. I want to talk a little bit about goal advantage here, but the goal advantage is slightly negligible, but we do see that for Team Flash, it is slowly building up, about 1.2, 1.3 plus goal advantage. Infernal Drake is in play. RRQ are the ones that have the tempo here. They might be able to spring a trap for Team Flash.
And it looks like they are trying to set up that trap, right? They're all going around the dragon here. They want to see Team Flash going for the dragon here, but Wukong, understandably, is quite skittish about it. Doesn't quite commit fully to there, knowing that RRQ is around the corner. So now TM instead is going to try to set up more pressure onto the lane here to try to force RRQ out of position. Doesn't quite work, though. They do try to send one shot down. It's pretty much going to soften them up a little bit, preventing them from being able to sustain themselves in front of that dragon pit. But Wukong, at this moment, still cannot go in for that Infernal Drake quite yet because they don't have control over RRQ's movements at the moment. So now there's still a little bit of a tight situation here. Do they want to try to focus on the Drake here or try to go back to the lanes and keep that lane pressure going on here? Because it seems like RRQ is refusing to budge from this position here, and that's making it a bit tough here for Team Flash if they really want to take this Infernal Drake.
RRQ does have the flat blast code, but oh my goodness, it is going to be a fight here, Victor.
Yeah, they're trying to get on top of it though, but unfortunately, it seems like RRQ weren't able to sustain themselves. They didn't have the tankiness required, and TS just flooding all over them. They're already taking down 2. Viper very low. He is able to slip by, and Hyde still had enough health in order to sustain himself and keep Team Flash at bay. But their attempt here to try to keep the Infernal Drake from being taken by Team Flash has just ended in abject failure here. So now there's 2 Drakes now on Team Flash's side.
All right, a bit of an appearance of the Corgi bump towards RRQ there, gesture. The RRQ is the ability to get into the faces of RRQ.
Exactly, and it's just because of that alone, the intimidation factor that's making it hard for RRQ to actually fight. But they are still trying though. Hyde managed to catch out Coyote, but the response is already coming in from Team Flash, and he comes in just in time there to try to interrupt this. And whoa, look at that tree! That 1v1 turned immediately to 3v1 here, and that's just Team Flash. You know, the amount of dominance they had already in this game means that they pretty much can just maneuver like that whenever they get ganked. So RQ's job just got a lot harder now, even though Viper and Chance does come in and manage to save that turret, but now they're going to lose their buffs in the jungle. It's going to compound the problems here in this defense. Exocet trying his absolute best here to keep empty at bay. Now Viper tries, Exocet comes in, trying to follow up, but can't quite keep Shy locked down. So now they're trying to aim for Zayu and Ellie, but they can't quite close the distance. And again, you know, RQ, even though they try to respond to Team Flash's move, Team Flash still consistently is able to keep themselves one step ahead of RRQ.
All right, so I do think that for Zissou to come into the fight here, it really is very important to highlight the fact that if Zissou doesn't get you, Coyote will. If Coyote
Yeah.
doesn't get you, Empty will.
I mean, they already hit like level 13 quite early on here. I mean, Chaz and Hyde had already finally reached level 13 as well here. And Helios with level 14. Coyote getting caught in a very bad spot here, unfortunately. Does manage to sustain himself quite a while, but I think it was inevitable he was going to be falling there. And unfortunately, Zissou wasn't in position there to help him out. And now RRQ is just aiming to try to get his turret down, aiming to try to take control over this lane right now. And they do for now.
All right, and now seems to be the time for RRQ to reset and try to revitalize this pressure. We do see that Team Flash are very quick to respond. Zissou already with the Guardian Angel on top of the Trinity Force and the Blade of
trying
the
to fake
Ruined
it. They're trying to
King.
fake. They're going to Barrett to try to draw RRQ out, but they didn't seem to take the bait. They focused on that dragon here, and they finally got it. Now they're trying to roll this around here into the gang onto Team Flash. Managed to catch one, but can they follow on the rest though? They managed to get managed to try to get him right in the middle. It's Viper, unfortunately, tanking a lot of damage here. They're already getting a revive coming out here. But looks like Team Flash is turning this around, even though they were ganked out here by RRQ. They were still able to keep the distance somewhat. Now Helios attempts to try to get a repair there, but they only get traded out for the Vi. Now RRQ is still not quite out of the woods yet. They were going to lose, they won't be able to take out the Wukong. But still going to be 2 for 2 at this moment. 3 people still up and alive here until the Zeeks manage to take out the one. And then Chaz is out of the game.
Ellie with that, with the Airy to take down Viper. 3 for 2. Big win here for Team Flash. They will be able to pressure it out, and this could actually open up quite a bit here. If they take this out, that means that the mid lane is going to be open, gives them pressure onto Baron, and all Team Flash needs to do is just wait another 12 to 15 seconds
after
as
that
they
Dragon
start it
Tape.
out. If they play too defensively though, that's going to open up Team Flash in towards the siege, but oh my goodness,
Oh boy.
this is going to be a trap onto Zissou.
Zissou, yeah, he's going to be out, but then was Coyote and Empty going to be able to follow up, though? It looks like RRQ is still quite a distance away, and they aren't able to get any CC onto them yet. No, and now Empty decided to try to fall back. He's going to get aimed on instead, while Viper attempts to try to keep Ellie at bay, but still isn't able to finish up that fight. But they did manage to disengage, though, so at least this is a good outcome here for RRQ. And then now they're going to try to keep control over this next dragon, which is going to be coming in the next 5 seconds. They want to try to get a kill before then, though, and Coyote might be next on the menu here as Hyde tries to block him out. Empty comes in and try to save his teammate here, but Coyote is losing a lot of health. He's still able to survive a little bit longer though, but that's not going to force it into a 3 versus 2 fight. Now it's going to be a bigger fight that RRQ maybe have actually thought of going into now. They're going to have to fully commit into this, and I'm not sure they're going to be able to sustain though, because Viper gets caught out in the end, and that's leaving Helios and Helios, Exorcist, and Chaz all alone, and Team Flash is still not done. They're still trying to come in, but the dragon is almost going to be taken down. Team Flash goes in, they can't quite get it away from RRQ. RRQ gets the Elder Dragon, but will they be able to get away with it with their life though? Oh boy, Chaz attempting to try to stay alive as long as possible, but Zissou still takes him down, still takes him out, and Helios only could tuck tail and run away while Zayu gives complete chase. Now he blasts him down, tries to aim him out, but still Helios makes it back to base just in the nick of time. Zayu now tries to transition into...
Chaz was able to stop the initial.
Oh, Empty getting caught out there by a nice ambush set up by RRQ. It looks like he almost got popped, but he is able to get out of the way. Now the rest of TF is going to be scattering a little bit before really turning around now, trying to get the kills off of RRQ. Viper still in the mix there, but he is doing the Lord's work there, taking out Shy. Now he's attempting to wait for the revive to come out, but still they weren't able to lock down Zissou. Empty still managed to get out of the way there and back to base. But that was a really good one there for RRQ. Those are the kind of fights I really wish that RRQ did more often.
RRQ is slowly wrestling away the tempo. This is where the scaling comes in. What did I say about time limits? What did I say about fighting against the clock? When you fight against a team that is able to scale infinitely with Exosin, with Viper, it's really important that they are able to take them down. Look at that immediately.
There we go. I mean, Ellie is going to be focused on. That's going to immediately pop him off there. And then TF couldn't do anything there to save Ellie at that moment. And now Viper is coming back for more. He's still in range. Empty, still able to put a lot of of damage on him, forcing them all the way back to the turrets here. Coyote, is he going to be able to jump in to save his teammate, though? I think he might be just looking for scraps here. And unfortunately, comes in just at the wrong time, though, unfortunately, because Coyote's going to get completely surrounded by RRQ. This blue tidal wave is slowly sweeping across Team Flash's turrets, and now is in danger of taking them down at the Nexus.
This is why time limits are existing and working against Team Flash. Game number 1 goes over to Rex Rig Up Keon.
Whew. Talk about